I'm Dr. Funke Adebajo, a past district governor of Lions Club International, District 404B2, Nigeria. First of all, I'll tell you I'm from Ekiti. And when I mentioned that state, you know that education is very, very germane to them. So going back to my parents, they cannot stand anybody that is not focused, that is not educated. So from childhood, they instilled in us that education is the most important thing in life, and the main thing they can bequeath to us. So they played a major role in my career, in my development. Thank you. Nursing wasn't actually the career that I wanted to pursue. Like I told you, my parents had influence in me going to the nursing field. And what happened was that at an early age, they lost my senior sister, who was a nurse, and the death was really very devastating to my parents, especially my mother, who felt that that's the end of the world. I was only 3 then, 3, 4, and the kind of sentiment she was releasing from her sadness really made me to wonder what is actually nursing, that she felt that that's the peak that any woman could attain. So there and then I made up my mind that to satisfy her, I will go to the nursing field and will not even bother to work with it before I decide on what to do with my life. So she actually pushed me into going to nursing. And as soon as I finished, frankly, I just gave her my certificate and told her that I've just started my own career. That the only reason, and she never knew my mind. That's why people should be very careful at what to say with children, because a little thing you say could be imprinted in their brain forever. So when I finished and came home, gave her my certificate, I told her that, did she remember what she said about not having any child that can aspire to any level? And I thought in my mind that was it not just ordinary nursing that this sister of ours had, that anyway, I did it for you. Now I can start my own career. That was how my life started. So with the background in nursing, I didn't want it to waste. I wanted it to be a stepping stone. And immediately I finished, I went abroad. I went to England, and I love to have a total concept of hospital running, and with the background in nursing, I thought that would be the best thing to do. So I went and studied hospital administration and got a BA, Bachelor of Arts in hospital administration. So I told you that I studied hospital administration. I didn't stop at that. I had a master's degree in health facility planning that has to do with how to construct hospitals. It's more of an hospital architectural perspective and management of the facilities. Then when I finished that, I also wanted to be able to still keep in touch with patients. So I had a PhD in public health. So when I finished all that, came back to Nigeria, that time, there was no problem in coming back to Nigeria. I don't actually want to stay permanently abroad, because Nigeria was good in every perspective. You get ready job, you get housing allowance, car allowance, and all the rest of that. And the inclination to impart on your country is very high. I was also in England with my husband, who also studied partly in Spain, partly in England. So we had no problem at all coming back, and we were able to integrate quite well. Went for my youth service corps. My husband has a great influence on me. He was a lion, and he was the one that encouraged me to join Lionism. I was able to attend many of their functions as a spouse of a lion, and I love all the things they do, particularly that of serving humanity, that of impacting on people's life, and that of giving. So he introduced me to, it was then Lioness Club. That was around 1983, 84. Women are not yet lions then. What we had was lioness. So I started off with Maryland Lioness Club. My husband was of Maryland Lions Club. And gradually, I felt that it has been my life that whatever I do, I have to do it to perfection. And I have to do it to the topmost of whatever is attainable. That influenced my life from my educational background, as I've just ruled out to you. So I felt that I was going to pursue the issue of Lionism to the peak. So I was very active. And when our club was, when women were allowed to become lions, I moved to Ikeja Golden Lions Club, which was established in 1992. And from there, I was very focused. I wanted, like I told you, to pursue Lionism to the peak so that I could give my best. And from there, I became the president of the club, Ikeja Golden Lions Club. I was a president of Maryland Lioness Club before I moved to Ikeja Golden. If I wasn't ambitious about Lionism, I would have been satisfied that I don't have to go and become a president again in Ikeja Golden Lions Club. But I went through that, became the president. From there, I served at various levels. I was a zone chair, I was a region chair. In actual fact, I was the best president of the year for the entire district. I was also the best region chair for the entire district. After that, the rest is just so simple that I have to still continue to go on. And I put in for the position of district, second vice district governor. A lot of obstacles. Just like you rightly said, gender is an issue in every sector, not only in Nigeria, all over the world. You have to be determined. You have to know what you want to do. And to look at Lionism in particular, the politics in Lionism is worse than the partisan politics that you see at various levels. There are people, you have to be ready to compete with other people. You have to really be your best because you have to go through election. And when you are contesting, you are not the only one contesting. So before you can win an election, definitely you must have seen you must have gone through a lot of hurdles, which I did a lot. Very interesting. I contested for that position twice. The first time was hellish. I had oppositions, and as much as I tried and tried to be the best, I did not win that election. And my followers were really very upset because they believed so much in me, and they even wanted me more than I wanted myself to become the second vice district governor. So when I lost that election, I was more determined to go ahead and contest second time. And that I did. It was not easy at all. Like I told you, the politics in Lionism is worse than partisan politics. A lot of oppositions, a lot of blackmailing, a lot of issues that will discourage you not to go ahead. But from my childhood, if you look back at my childhood, telling you how I went into nursing, I'm a very, very determined and focused person. I thrive in hardship. I thrive when there is oppositions and all that kind of thing. So I was more determined to go through whatever I had to go through to win that election, which eventually I won. And as God will have it, I was supposed to be the second vice district governor, but that was the time, by the time I was contesting second time, we were planning to bifurcate in my district. So I jumped one level and became the first vice district governor. And that's not the first time that will happen to me. In every level of my career, I always jump 1 year ahead of whatever level that I am. It is very true that election creates friction. As it was in the beginning, so it is never till now. Way forward, if just like we are products of this country, Nigeria, if we can put the best of the best ahead for positions, we will be better off. What really creates friction is when some people have sentiments towards others. Even though they are not competent enough, you see the opposing side more competent than this other side. You still urban that's my candidate, I want my candidate to win. But if we do things in a transparent manner and be able to appreciate that this is a good candidate, let us all go for that person, there wouldn't have been frictions as we are having now. I hope that we will evolve to the level that we'll be able to recognize the best of the best and just go for the best. These are very, very dear people to me. The first person is my husband, that you mentioned. The next one was like a mentor to me that actually supported me so much to become, to vie for the position of the second vice district governor. That's Lion Bolariwa. And the third, Lion Tolulope, was a very, very astute lion that also vied for his position. and laws. And then Lion Professor Adebajo is also a mentor to me. In actual fact, if I do not have the kind of background that I have, I would have left Lionism. To lose 4 close people in succession, it's not easy in just one organization. And there's also some irony and serious twists to their death. The first person to die was past district governor Yinka Bolarinwa. He was just less than 6 months into his tenure as district governor when he died suddenly. And he died on the 28th of November. 3 years after, my husband died on the 28th of November. Another 3 years after, Professor Adebajo died on 29th of November. And these were people that really prompted me to become what I am in Lionism today. So I don't know that kind of coincidence. But one thing is that I'm a very strong Catholic. My faith is so strong that I believe that nobody can have anything to do with me unless it's designed by God. It's a very sensitive question, but truth must be said. The coincidence was just too much. 3 years after. And I had a turbulent period of campaigning. And these were the people that were solidly behind me. Just dying, the same date, the same month, 3 years after. So I'm sure people felt I wasn't going to be able to survive all these calamities, because they are calamities. And by the way, each one of them died sudden death. My husband was consulting in the hospital with a patient right in front of him and just dropped dead. Right in front of him with a patient. Professor Adebajo was going to a board meeting in Ilorin, left home, came out of his car and slumped and died. Lion Bolarinwa went for a simple operation, appendectomy, and didn't get out of it. And like I told you, 3 years after. But I believe that if there is anything cynical about it, who is not going to die? Everybody is going to die. And because of all these deaths, I decided that I will not be perturbed. I will continue to be focused, and that nothing can ever happen to me. Immediately Lion Yinka Bolarinwa died, I was like 1/4 of the race of becoming the first vice district governor. I just looked at the whole thing and I felt, what is this all about? I'm going to sacrifice my time to serve humanity, sacrifice my talent, sacrifice my money, my resources. And you really do sacrifice these 3 a lot. People ask you, what do you gain by being a lion? The joy of it is just that you are improving other people's life. So at that point, I was almost getting despondent. But it didn't last long. I just thought, if I walk away from this organization, then I'm a failure. I'll be a failure. And forever, people will continue to say, oh, Maybe because she was a woman, maybe because she didn't have what it takes and all the rest of that. My efforts redoubled and renewed almost instantly. It didn't last up to about a month. So even when my husband died, fortunately, I finished my term as a district governor just about 5 months when my husband died. So none of this really ever deterred me. And I just looked back and I felt that my husband would have told me to go on. And I'm sure that he's proud now wherever he is of what I've become. God is my refuge, and a very strong one at that. I have an altar in my house. All my expresses, all my troubles, I just put it as a petition and I just leave it there. And believe you me, everything is answered by God. So I am so strong in my religion as a Catholic that it's the backbone of my success. My husband was also very good to me, and I want to appreciate him as well.
Can you elaborate on the responsibilities and obligations associated with serving as a Lion Club district governor? How do you prepare for and fulfill these duties during your tenure?
Lionism succession is a beautiful one. Before you become a district governor, you have been taken through various steps. Like I told you, I was a club president, I was a zone chair, I was a region chair. These are leadership positions at various levels before you become either first vice district governor, second vice. So sorry, we start from second vice to first vice before you become district governor. All through that period, you are taking through rigorous leadership training, and you already know inside out the problems of your district, the issues that you want to address. It's not an overnight thing. And once you have the ambition to become a district governor, you are putting down day by day areas that you want to address, issues that you want to address. So it wasn't something that was sudden. I already had a focus of areas that I want to address, and it made it so easy for me. And I'll tell you that during my year, there was so many new initiatives that I brought into my administration that is still like a legacy today. I looked at the welfare of Lion members and developed a welfare scheme. I also looked at the fact that all the time we are out there struggling to satisfy others. I looked at how we can relax. I brought in sports, quarterly sports for Lions members. I also, in addressing the community issues, I did a lot of projects. I had a lot of projects, including borehole, renovation of schools, renovation of library, tree planting, and I had a very major project, which is a water plant project to a home called Osanam House in Adedeji. And the idea is that that home is for girls that are out of school, got pregnant, and had nowhere to go. They are rejects from their family, and they don't have any skill. So that project was to empower them to be able to produce sachet and bottled water and then learn and earn salary while they are in the home, and the money they earn can be used to establish them when they leave the home, when they are rehabilitated back to the community. There's so many other projects that I instituted when I was district governor. Love and understanding. Love conquers everything. Love that will not deter the other partner from aspiring to the pinnacle of his or her career. My husband was that. And love for children. He cared so much for our children as well. So there was no gap. It was quite a very happy marriage. So the major successes, there are three actually. Love, I said, understanding, and believe in God. We belong to the same faith, and we both have strong belief in our faith. Some people believe that family can hinder your career progress. It's on the contrary. If you are lucky to have good partner, good husband, you are going to even succeed at what you can achieve on your own. So,
let's know your contribution.
Very supportive, and I'm still very supportive. My children are very, very supportive. So we walk the talk together, and they are majorly part of my success. I am very glad that I have made a difference in some lives of some lions, particularly our young ones, the news. Some of them were like, I was mentoring quite a number of them. And today, I can mention quite a few that I was able to mentor to become lions, not just becoming lions, becoming president of Lions Club, and still aspiring. Elders Forum is related to the group of past district governors who had served at the highest level. Some had even gone a step further to become multiple council chair. And when you talk of multiple council chair, that's overseeing the affairs of all the districts. We have 6 districts now. So coming back to District 404B2, where I'm currently the chairman of the Elders Forum, I oversee the progress of our districts with the collaboration of all the other past district governors. Since I became the chairman, I'm very happy to say that we've worked a great deal on our unity, because unity is very, very important and germane to the success of whatever we do in lionism. We have also been able to assist the current district governor in achieving his own goals and objectives. We have worked hard to increase membership and increase our membership. And we are currently working on how we can increase the membership to the level that we can bifurcate, become 2 districts. Quite a lot, but the most significant one is the water plant project that I mentioned, situated at Adedeji, Osanam House. That's the name of the organization. It's quite thriving. the girls are benefiting so much from the project, and it's really it's empowering them. And we've seen quite a number of them that have been rehabilitated back to the community. Other projects like tree planting, like borehole drilling, and renovations in the education sector and health sectors have been very impactful. Quite a number of them. Lions in Nigeria should really unite right from their club level. We serve the needy. We do so much to impact on the community. And if we are not happy within ourselves, we are not going to be able to make much progress. Friendship is very important. I will also advise that future succession should be by merit, not by sentiment.